the smile on my face? The smile is because the turnout is phenomenal. Thank you, thank you. Give yourselves a hand for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We knew that Gilmer County would do the best. We knew it. You know, we're home based in Gilmer County. So many people have contributed to us being here. Doodle, who brought us, let me see that handheld mic, who brought us some of your biscuits.
I got sausage and biscuits for y'all this morning to try for samples.
Thank you very much.
Make them fresh every day at Corks and Crumbs. And anybody that comes in this week and seen us on TV today, we're going to give you a free dessert with your meal this week through Sunday.
Wow.
Just tell them that you seen me here on TV with Sherry and the group, and it'll be a free dessert this week. So come in and tell us you seen us.
And she has the best egg salad. Love your egg salad.
I thought it was potato salad.
Honey, I love your egg salad.
Okay.
I had egg salad the other day and I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. It was a special salad plate.
Okay, the other one was good.
Excellent, yeah.
Good.
It was very good.
We
Very
have
good.
a wide variety.
I'll tell you this too, the word samples is one of the best words in the English language.
That's right.
Samples, always samples.
That's right.
The night that we had the taste of Ellijay, the one lady said she had ate everything out there, and the best thing she put in her mouth all night was our homemade chocolate meringue pie.
Well, you know what I love? Your apple coleslaw. And we featured that on Heart of the Home last week. And I've gotten a lot of requests for the recipe. So, I didn't ask you for the recipe, I just kind of guessed. And I think I guessed pretty close.
Well,
I hope I did.
maybe.
I hope I did. It is excellent. And we are in apple country. We are at R&A Orchards on Highway 52. So if you're sitting at home and you know we're going to have a lot of food, we're going to have a lot of fun, we're going to have a great, great day. We got some music coming on, and our special guest today will be Miss Lucy Harris. So it's going to be a great day for Gilmer County, and I cannot tell you how much your smiling faces mean to me. So thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Now, will you go distribute those samples?
I'll pass out some sausage.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, we have another guest who brought food. Charlene, what's our saying?
We ain't eating, we ain't meeting.
Who came up with that saying?
Her daddy did. I stole it from him.
That's right. If we ain't eating, we ain't meeting. And I have to tell you another call. This morning before 7 o'clock, my friend Annie's restaurant called and said, do you need food? Now, they're in Pickens County, guys, but they are here today with us, and they called and said, do you need food? How phenomenal for people to go out of their way and do that. And that's what this area is all about. Now, tell me the name of your business.
It's Mama Maycant's Mountain Morsels.
Goodness gracious sakes alive. I'm glad I don't use snuff. I could never say that.
Just say, good.
Okay, okay.
And I'm Susan.
You're Susan, and we're going to be giving away some of your pound cakes. Now, tell me about these cakes.
All right. I started originally with this one when I was probably about 20 years old. It's a chocolate pound cake with a chocolate fudge icing.
And that is sinful.
Yes.
It is sinful.
Pretty heavy too.
I've been told it's to die for.
Uh-huh.
And then I have come along with some others. I have a brown sugar with a caramel icing, peaches and cream with a peachy icing that has peach brandy in both the cake and in the icing, and a lemon pound cake with a real zingy lemon icing, plus about 25 other kinds of pound cakes I make.
Well, if people need to get in touch with you to place an order, how would they do that?
Well, I've got both a cell phone number and a home number. My cell phone number is 404-310-4191, and the home is 706-635-6189.
Well, I know people are going to enjoy these, and we're going to use them in the trivia questions, and we're going to give them away. This one, we're going to make them answer a really hard question.
I hope you do.
We're going to make them answer a really, really hard question.
We only get half of it though.
Yeah.
The other half's mine.
You can also find me on Saturday mornings at the farmers market through the summertime.
Good. And that's, once again, local people turning out to do things in a local community. Now, talking about local, this young lady is not local, but she has become part of my family. Miss Sherry Phillips was with us in McCaysville. We did 2 Heart of the Homes there with her. And she is a looker, not a cooker. So when we were cooking, she said, I can't cook. And honey, she can't cook. But she's a looker, and she plays the piano at church. And that's why you're here today. You're going to play the keyboard a little bit. Donovan's going to play the keyboard during our breaks. And we're just going to chill today. And you drove all the way from Gwinnett County, so thank you very much. Thank you for doing that.
She did that to get away from all that lightning.
and all the traffic in Gwinnett County. So this is much better than being in crazy Gwinnett County. This area is phenomenal, and she keeps telling her husband, honey, just pack and let's move. Let's move to the mountains.
That's what I do. Every time I come, I just bring a load.
Uh-huh. That's right. Lee doesn't know that you're moving a Suburban at a time, does he? Well, this area is known for friendly faces, great food, great produce, and we are in the produce capital of Gilmer County, R&A Orchards. Peaches, apples, cucumbers, squash, wonderful cantaloupe, some great watermelons coming in, and yellow tomatoes. So it doesn't get any better than this. The best thing about this area is a lot of local talent. So we're going to be joined by some local talent in just a little bit. We're going to take a break and go to the weather, and when we come back, we will be joined by the R&A Orchard, 4th generation. Y'all hang around. We'll be right back. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. According to the weatherman, we have been blessed with a lot of rain. Now, this 4th generation farm needed the rain, didn't it? Andy, what do you think about this rain?
It's been a godsend.
It has been a godsend, and we have prayed for rain. Our governor said pray for rain. We did, and it has been a great spring and now a really good summer.
Yes, we're having a wonderful year, got a wonderful crop of fruit, and everything looks good.
And we have to say the two little ones sitting in your lap are 4th generation R&A Orchard.
That is correct.
And it started with 1st generation Ann's parents.
Right.
In what year?
47. 1940,
1947. Before I was born.
Well, I just go ahead and tell you, it was right before I was born, too.
Well, you know what? Can you imagine that your children got to stay at home and work, and they've never had to go into the city? They've never had to look for employment. They had it. They had it. Isn't that wonderful?
That's a blessing. Of course, it's hard work.
It is hard work. It is hard work. And I have to say, the precious child sitting in your lap makes a mean peach cobbler.
Yep.
Somebody told me that it was really good, and I think Papa said that last time she made one, Daddy ate the whole thing. Did Daddy eat the whole thing?
I ate every bit of it.
That is amazing. How old are you? 8 years old?
8.
And who taught you to cook?
My mom.
Your mom. Isn't that cool? Now, not many 8-year-olds can cook. Do you help here on the farm otherwise?
Yes.
Do you pick peaches?
Yes.
Squash?
No.
No. Have you ever had a squash casserole?
No.
No, I love squash.
I want to know what she likes better, peaches or apples.
Both.
No, you don't have a favorite?
Good answer. Good answer. There's no bad season at R&A Orchards, is there?
Asked her who taught her to drive a truck and a tractor.
Somebody told me very young you learned to drive a truck and a tractor. Who taught you?
My dad.
Your dad. Did Papa have a little bit to do with that too? I thought he might. Now, the R&A stands for a certain something, and it's a family name, isn't it? When you are the 4th generation, do you think the 5th generation will continue that name? I think so.
If they do, they have to put another letter on there.
R&A and then some?
Yeah.
R&A and Jessica, right?
Yeah.
That's Amanda. Where's Jessica?
Right
That's Jessica. And that is Anna Grace.
That's right.
That's Anna- oh, it's like KinderCare. Y'all should have worn name tags. Now, Roger, when you married Ann, did you think this is where you'd spend your life?
Had no clue.
You came up here and thought City Slicker's going to get up here and just get him a cushy job, didn't
Yeah,
you?
well, see, Ann didn't want to move back. I'm the one wanting to move back.
Really?
But you know, the Lord's been good to us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And this has been a phenomenal year for all your fruits and vegetables.
Right,
It's just
right.
been great. I was out here about 3 weeks ago taking pictures. We were very lucky because that was a very hot time. But everything was beautiful. And so far, so good. Everything's done well, hadn't it? There was no frost, no freeze to damage anything
Well,
this year.
the good Lord's blessed us so far, so we just keep praying that,
Mm-hmm.
that He'll continue to bless, because, you know, with the afternoon thunderstorms, you worry about
Oh, yeah, some
hail and-
damage.
hail
Oh,
and
yeah.
those things.
How much rain did y'all get yesterday, Andy?
We got 3 inches.
Wow, I knew. I sat in Gilmer County for over an hour waiting to drive home. Anybody who knows me knows I don't drive in the rain much. And that wasn't just normal rain yesterday. It was pretty tough.
It was pretty,
So
a lot of rain.
I sat there a long time waiting on it to kind of die down, and I figured it was getting about an inch an hour. So, now did that damage anything? Are you okay with that?
Everything's pretty much all right. You know, we had a little wind, lost a little bit of fruit on the ground, but other than that, everything's
Everything
fine.
was good. Well, I went up to Epworth after that, or before that, and took a picture, and corn was laying on the ground. You know, the stalks were laying down, so it had really, they had a lot of wind. So, and that was something, the wind uptown when I was sitting there was going sideways, and the rain was going sideways. That's pretty damaging
Yeah,
sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, what are you picking right now?
Well, we're picking, right today, we're picking Red Haven peaches, Early Lauren peaches. We're going to pick beans today. Of course, we pick cucumbers, squash.
Andy, if you hurry up and pick them, all these ladies can string them.
Yeah.
I never had a string bean party.
Probably helped today.
Wouldn't that be a great idea?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Instead of a quilting bee, a
Oh,
stringing bee.
good. Well, listen, y'all just get some bushels of beans and hand them out. And everybody can start stringing beans. That is so cool. Now, do the girls, what a life for children. What an awesome life for children. Do they know how much they have to appreciate this life? Because they are very blessed.
Well, I think they enjoy it, and they like to come to the Apple House. And Jessica and Amanda both, they like to go out in the orchard and pick peaches and work. And so I enjoy it.
And when does Jessica get to start driving?
Let's see.
Next year?
Next year.
Uh-oh, Granny has spoken.
You'd have a hard, if I was their age, you'd have a hard time keeping me out of the ice cream freezers.
Well, now
They do.
They have ice cream every day.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what a great life. They can run around barefooted, they can see the soil, they can watch everything from start to finish. Are there ever days that y'all just get so tired you think, man, why am I doing this 7 days a week?
Well, sometimes you get a little down and out, but I always try to remember that I'm blessed and I'm
Absolutely.
able to get up every morning and do what I love.
Right.
So,
Amen.
I enjoy it.
You know, when you think about it, you really don't have a boss to deal with.
Well, I do.
I was waiting on this. What does that R stand for? Well, you know what you're doing, and you've got it together, and y'all have built a wonderful, successful business. And I have to say, this time last year, we would not have done a live show here. You know why? It wasn't air conditioned. Today it is air conditioned,
That's
and
right.
it is wonderful. You have great food here. I know that the chicken and dumplings are world famous because are they your mama's recipe?
No,
Whose recipe is it?
I just throwed it together.
You threw, that's like my recipe, see? Well, I know people stop here every day and have lunch, a great place to just chill, have lunch. Some people stop and get their food to take with them to their jobs because you have quick sandwiches. So it's just a great, and you are, how many miles from Amicalola Falls are you?
We're about 12, 14 miles, something like that.
Okay, and 4.5 miles from downtown Ellijay.
4.5 miles from Ellijay.
So people could come out on their lunch hour as far
Oh,
as that
yeah,
goes.
yeah.
And hang out with you. And you have quite a few seats here that we happen to have full to the max. Did you notice we're out of chairs and we're still waiting on chairs?
Yes, I noticed
What
that.
are we gonna do about that? You know, we gotta get some chairs in here. Well, this is a great day for RNA, but it is a great day for Gilmer County. This area welcomes people, and I have met some of the nicest people on this program because they came here, they visited, they love the atmosphere, they love the warmth. And there's such a warmth in this community. There is such a warmth. And we're going to share some of the blessings that natural God-given talent. We're going to have some local folks come on and sing. We're going to have, when we leave with y'all now, we're going to have a little something about farming that I think you'll both enjoy. And I'm not going to cry when I hear it today. It's just a great something. We are very blessed that God has taken care of all of us.
Oh, yeah. And I want to say I appreciate you coming out and doing this show
This has
for
been
us.
so much fun. I've looked so forward to it. This
And
is
we're
great.
glad to have everybody that's here today.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. And don't forget how to get here because every week you have different things coming in, don't
Oh,
you?
yeah. We change, like on peaches, we pretty much change varieties every week. And with our vegetables, you know, we're picking fresh stuff every day. We pick peaches every day, weather permitting. And
We're going to tell everybody how you and I went to the orchard. I came and I said, I need to take some pictures. And he said, okay. And he said, get in that truck. And I looked at that truck and I said, Bubba, does that thing have air conditioning? He said, no. And I said, well, you get in the black widow wagon. So we drove through the orchard in the widow wagon.
They're fine.
We did. Well, thank you for opening your
Sherry,
door
before
to
you go,
us.
let me say one thing, because I'm gonna let a little secret out to the TV audience that we're real proud of. We got a new, another grandbaby on the way.
I knew that.
I wanted to
Yay. Yay.
And we're real proud about that. And I would like to say too, for everybody, I'm just blessed to have my children involved. And Andy and Jennifer does an excellent job running the Apple House, and we're just proud that you came
Being
out.
their boss is a pretty easy job, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I just tell Andy every day. You know, he says I can tell him enough to do in looking 5 minutes. But I am just real thankful that we do work together as a family. And
That's right. You're very fortunate.
Right.
Very fortunate. And you're
Proud of
bringing
my
on-
grandchildren.
Bringing on the 4th generation. So that
Yeah.
is amazing. And it is a wonderful success story.
Yeah. And also, I'd like to say I appreciate all of our help that help us here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we got a good bunch of people, and
Makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
That's why ETC works. We have a family of people working together. Never hit. I mean, we always get it right. If somebody needs something, we go to them. It's just kind of, and that's what this community's about. That's what this community's about. Well, I love you all, and thank you so much for opening your doors to us. This is gonna be, it may rival with my favorite show ever.
Of course, now Sherry, we do have a daughter. Andy's our oldest son, and Rhonda is our daughter. But she always said she wanted to go to school and work with her mind instead of her body, because of course Andy's got a mind too, and but he likes farming.
Well, what a great life he's chosen. What a great life. Now we're going to take a break and we're going to go to the community calendar, and when we come back, we're going to hear a little something about farming that I think will touch everybody. Welcome back to North Georgia Now Today. Y'all get really, really close to your TV and smell. I think you can smell the peaches. Do y'all smell peaches? I smell peaches because I'm joined by Ed and Evelyn Blackstone from Ohio / Orlando / McKaysville, Epworth. I went to Epworth and I met the most wonderful two people. Today they are here celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary with us. Evelyn made me, yay, a big hand, 60 years. But if he'd have met me first, you'd have never made it. She made me the most precious angel pin out of a peach.
Peach seed.
A peach seed. Now this is absolutely darling, and thank you so much. You're wearing one of them.
Right.
But when y'all leave today, you are going to Orlando tomorrow morning
We are leaving early tomorrow morning.
to celebrate your anniversary with your
That's right,
children.
with
But
my
you
children.
chose to be here with us today.
That's right.
What an honor,
I
and
called-
thank you so much.
I called my daughter and told her to make sure the internet's on this morning. We are going to be here.
That's right, that's right. And I can't tell you, your friendship, you walked over to me at Picking in the Park.
Right.
And you gave me a little doll you made me.
Right.
And you told me that Bob watches every day with his oatmeal. So y'all, when you hear me say, good morning, Bob, how's the oatmeal? There's Bob. There's Bob. He watches every day, and faithful viewers like you are what makes this program happen.
Thank you.
You know, it takes everybody coming together, and you have to do it on a regular basis. You have to come to me and tell me, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to hear? Who do you want to have on as a guest? It's very important that you have an input. So guys, do like Evelyn. Come and see me. Make me a darling little angel. That is so precious.
I think it's neat that they're going to spend their 60th wedding anniversary at Disney World riding all them roller coasters. Which one's you going to ride?
Yeah,
I want to go with you.
Yeah.
No, our daughter's having a big do for us Sunday at 1:30. And he doesn't know who's going to be there. I
Okay.
do.
But you're going to be there. You're
Yeah,
going to
I'm
be
gonna be
there.
there.
You're going to be there. Well, we want to wish you Godspeed and safe
Thank
travels
you.
to Orlando. And thank you so much for
you.
spending your anniversary with us.
you.
I appreciate it so much, and I
We'll-
appreciate your friendship. So
We'll
thank
watch you on the internet while we're there.
I know you will. I know you will. Thank you so much. Now, we're going to let y'all hang out here for just a minute. Let me have the mic. And we talked about farming this morning. We are in farming communities. We are in Gilmer County. Many of you have remarkable gardens. We have done, Donovan Jones did a CD and a DVD for us with pictures of your gardens that I've taken. We're going to listen to the Griggs family now, and we're going to talk about gardening in a way that you may not have heard before. So sit back and enjoy this.
This is my way of thanking the Lord for the recent rains. While resting one evening by the side of the road, I seen an old farmer in a field he'd just hoed. His face was all brown and wrinkled by the wind, and he was talking to the Lord just like you'd be talking to a friend. Well, sir, he said in a voice calm and quiet, them corn tassels need stacking, but I got no string to tie it. Been no rain in so long that the fields is mighty dusty. Been so unbearable hot that the kids are even getting fussy. Now that grass down in the pasture should be knee high. If we could just have a little shower, Lord, it might keep the cow from going dry. Listen at me talking. You'd think I weren't grateful. Why, if you didn't know me so well, Lord, you'd think I was downright hateful. You'd think I forgot about the new calf that you sent, the money in the mail that took care of the rent. Ma's cold is better, and Johnny's home from the Navy, and that good Sunday dinner of chicken dumplings and gravy. The new preacher you sent us, Lord, he sure is a fine young man. Why, he's just converting them sinners to beat the band. Well, Guess I'll be moseying along now, Lord. Won't take no more of your time. Guess there's plenty of folks hereabouts waiting to ring your line. Evening to you, Lord, and watch over us tonight. Don't you worry none about us, Lord, 'cause everything's gonna be just all right. Well, I picked myself up and I headed for home 'cause it was getting along about dusk. And I went through the rest of that evening without thinking of the old farmer much. Till long about midnight I was awakened by the distant sound of thunder. And by daybreak, there was the sweet smell of summer rain on dry, parched dust. And I remembered the scripture that reads, "The effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much."
Very good.
Now tonight, when you go home, you'll be able to hear that better because here in the studio audience, everybody at home got to hear it great, but it's hard here to hear that. But tonight, when all of y'all go home and listen, you'll get to hear it again, and you'll get to hear it, and that is an awesome message because thanks to God, we do have rain today, and it has been a wonderful, wonderful day. And we're going to take another break, and we're going to go. I'm not sure what Adam's got queued up. I don't know if we even have our bits today.
I heard it was NASCAR racing.
Okay, we're going to go back to the weather page for just a second. But I have to say, a good day. Today is Mama Lucy's 70-somethingth birthday. And a good day to Faye Edwards, who is in Ludville at the nursing home recovering from a lot of medical problems. Granny Faye, as many of you know her, worked in a little place kind of like this, but it was a little truck stop,
Yeah.
fuel stop, made the best biscuits in the world. And we had calls last night from people who said, please ask for prayer for Miss Faye Edwards. So
Nice
I'm
lady.
asking all of you in our viewing audience, pray for her. She is a wonderful woman. Everybody calls her Granny. For you truckers who stopped there for many, many years and ate her biscuits, stop and say a little prayer for her because she is a precious, precious lady. And if you have birthdays, we'll get to you tomorrow. You'll have to call. You can't call us today. So tomorrow, just call and we'll add it to the birthday cake.
Well, you can call, but it won't do no good.
You can call and nobody's there. We're all here. We're going to take a break and go back to the weather. And when we come back, we're going to be joined by some more local music. And we're going to continue the day talking local Gilmer County. We are in a beautiful area. I wish you could see the view. Goodness gracious, get in your car and come down here. You can see the view.
That's on ABC.
Okay, we are back at R&A Orchards today, and we promised you local talent, local stories, things that matter to you. We are in Gilmer County. This young lady joining me is from Fannin County. Miss Emily Carey has been on the show before, and she's going to sing something for us, and she told me she doesn't do mornings. Honey, when Roger Futch found me, I didn't do mornings either. That man has converted me. He has converted me in more ways than one. He has made me love to get up and come to work. Now, you told me you didn't want to get up this morning.
Well, it was kind of hard for me to.
It was kind of hard, but you did it, and I appreciate it so much. Now, we're going to let you sing. What have you chosen to sing?
I Am Ready, and it's sung by Dolly Parton, and it's written by one of her sisters.
Good. Okay. Well, let's sit back and enjoy Emily Carey, and then we're going to take breaks during the day and play trivia with y'all. We have got a lot to get done by 10:30, so let's go.
I am ready, oh my children, when Jesus knocks at my door, I'll be there come morning. Don't weep for me, I'll be with my Lord. There's my Bible on the table. Read it to me once more. I can hear God's heavenly angels singing me on through heaven's door. Hallelujah, Lord, I am ready. No more sorrow. Hallelujah, yes, I am ready. I am ready. I'm ready to go. Oh, oh, Hosanna. Take my hand now. Lead me to the promised land now. I am ready. I am ready. Hallelujah. I am ready to go. Hosanna. I am ready to go. I can hear God's heavenly angels singing me on through heaven's door, and I am ready.
Way to go, way to go. Now, can I get the 3 trivia winners just to come up here on the camera for just a second? We don't have time to go through all the trivia questions, but I just want y'all to come up. If you're in our audience today, we have done some trivia questions. One of them was, what does R&A stand for? The answer, of course, is Roger and Ann. The other one was, what does Sherry do to relax at a fast speed? The answer is
jet ski. Jet ski.
Y'all, come up here just a minute by Emily. I just want to get a shot of our winners. This is, and how many generations has R&A been in business? R&A has been in business for 4 generations. So if you're sitting at home, you know that I love trivia. And every day we talk about things that matter to me. We talk about things that I love. We talk about things that I have done. And these are people from the audience who have won an Emily Carey CD. So you will get to hear her every day. This young lady is so much talent and so much local talent. We're going to bring on more local talent right now. We're going to go to the news with Miss Hannah Baker. Did we get a shot of our winners? Because y'all knew the answers to the trivia questions. And you knew because you pay attention to the program. And I appreciate that. And I think it keeps our minds tuned to what's going on. So pay attention to what we say, because we'll be playing trivia every day. We're going to go right now to another local young lady, Miss Hannah Baker, with the news. Let's see what's going on with Hannah.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Hannah Baker with your North Georgia Now Today news. Now, all this week we've been celebrating Independence Day and looking back at of all the Independence Day celebrations in their area. Today we head to Pickens County to see their huge 4th of July parade. Again, the 4th of July parade in Jasper was a big one, and also I think everyone out in the county came out to see that 4th of July parade, a big success there. Now we're going to head to the top of our viewing area as we head to the Ducktown area and see what they had going on for Independence Day. Well, you know, they left me back here with the peaches, and peaches are my very favorite fruit, so I think I'm going to have to enjoy one this morning and head on back to Sherry now.
That's a better song, The Green, Green Grass of Home, because then I'm going to come back with a story about a man. Welcome back to North Georgia Now today at R&A Orchards. Now, it's a little crazy here. It's a little wild and funky here, and we are having so much fun because Kevin, Chef and the Fat Man, just showed up with barbecue from Wolf Creek Canyon. Now, I was going to let him take it and give it to the audience. I'm having an awful hard time giving it up. Brenda, honey, hold on to this stuff. We are joined by Ronnie and Brenda Evans, and we're going to let Kevin take this. Oh, my goodness gracious sakes alive. You know what? This area is known for great food, great pies, and great customer service. Brenda Evans Designs has joined us. Brenda and Ronnie donated a print that we're going to give away at the end of the show today. Ronnie chose it. He picked this out, and it says, "And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes." What a beautiful print, and thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome. And the name of it is Where's Jonathan? He's kind of sitting in the corner with his teddy bear crying. And that goes along with the Bible verse that says, "And God shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes."
That's right.
Which, that is a wonderful thing to know, isn't it?
That's right. That's right. Well, y'all, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for being here. Good friends, good people, and what Gilmer County is all about. That is what you're about. Give yourselves a hand, Gilmer County. You are the best. You are the best. Thank you so much. Now, another part of Gilmer County that I have known a long time and learned to really love bluegrass music through this man's family, we are being joined by Floyd Scott. Floyd is going to do a song called Green, Green Grass of Home. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about a young gentleman, Mr. Shelton, who is a grassroots gardener here in Gilmer County. We're going to talk about him, but you know, Gilmer County is all about friends, family, and faith. And Floyd Scott, you have a great faith, and that has brought you through a lot, hasn't it? So let's sit back now and enjoy Floyd Scott singing Green, Green Grass of Home.
Thank you, Sherry. The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train. And there to meet me is my mama and my papa. Down the lane I looked, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms reached and smiling sweetly. It's so good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, though the paint is cracked and dried. There's that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the road I look, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home. Well, I waked and looked around me at those four gray walls that surround me, and I realized that I was only dreaming. Where there's a guard, there's a sad old padre. Arm in arm we'll walk again at daybreak, when again I'll touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you very much.
There you go. Local talent, local family, so many positive things about this community. I can't even begin to tell you. One of the most positive things to ever come out of this community was a young man named Noah Harris. Today, we are lucky enough, we are blessed to be joined by Noah's mom, Lucy. We're going to take a break and we're going to go to the weather, and when we come back, you will get to meet and greet and thank Lucy and Rick Harris. I can't wait for you to see these wonderful, wonderful people and hear their great story. Goodness gracious, I wish everybody could be here with us. I wish you could all be here. I wish you could be in Gilmer County and feel the presence of the warm, wonderful people. Now, we are going to talk about a man, Shelton Grew, Annie's daddy, and Annie's name, for next trivia questions, Annie's name is Nancy Diane Shelton. An article was in the paper this week about her dad, who is a true grassroots farmer. This is so funny. They brought us white cucumbers. Have you ever seen a white cucumber?
No, I hadn't.
It kind of matches your hair, Lucy. We are being joined by more local folks, Rick and Lucy Harris, Noah's mom and dad. Now, you know what an impact your child made on us. But this county, this community, and this mom and dad are the reason this was an amazing young man. And are you documenting his life in a book now?
Yes, we are.
I am so excited about that. Pictures, do you need pictures from people who may have been in the celebration of Noah's life?
Well, that's how we got in contact with
That's
you
it.
because
That's it.
Jim Fox sent out an email message and ended
was
up
it.
a lot of pictures are coming in, and that's how we made contact
That is
with you.
wonderful. And you know, it was a day, I don't think there was ever a Saturday in Gilmer County, but I don't think there was a day for such celebration either. Because seeing you and your strength, you gave every person in the country a strength that we never thought we'd find.
Well, that's because our Noah was so strong, and he believed so much in the community and in his mission and in a higher vision. It was really hard for everybody, I know, and we have discovered through writing the book that just as we've talked to a lot of people and read what they wrote about now, how deeply impacted people were. And so but actually from ETC3 had a lot to do with us writing this book because Joe McCutcheon talked to us, and I kind of flippantly said, well, yes, we're going to write a book. And he started saying, okay, where's the book? Show me
Produce
the book.
the goods, that's right.
And really, it's taken a whole year. Every day.
Do you remember the call? I called you at school and told you I had my mom's Beanie Babies.
I knew this was the share.
I was sitting there watching the story with Noah, and I said, my gosh, what an awesome young man, what an awesome young man. So the next day I called Christy Lindstrom, and I said, how can I get in touch with Noah's mom? And she said, let me give you the number at the school. So I called. My mom had passed away a month before that and left me all these Beanie Babies, and I heard Noah talking about the fact that he wanted to share Beanie Babies with the children of Iraq. So, you know, a wonderful, kind, small gesture he did introduced me to him through the Beanie Babies. Never got to meet him, never got to know how wonderful he was, but I do know how wonderful he was. And then the morning that Noah lost his life, Christy Lindstrom called me. And she called my office. I wasn't there yet, and she told my secretary. And when I walked in, I'd never met this young man, but I couldn't believe it. So immediately we started making yellow ribbons, and everybody said, "Why are you making yellow ribbons?" I said, "I don't know," but I said, "I just think we ought to." We did 27 miles of yellow ribbons to join the Gilmer County line. And
That's in the book.
It is, and it was so funny because when we did it, I can't make a bow, and everybody knows, honey, I've owned a florist for 20 years. I can't make a bow. I cannot make a bow, and people would come in and they'd say, well, they want to talk to you about the yellow ribbons you're making, and my daughter would, ha, 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 my mama can't make a bow. But we found volunteers who came to our florist. We found Vietnam veterans who walked in and handed me $100 and said, please buy some ribbon. Please add, they said, how far are you going? And I said, well, we were just going to come Gilmer County down to Pickens. And they said, could you go further if we gave you more money? They gave us more money, and we just kept making bows. People would walk in the door and say, my son is in Iraq, what can I do to help? Strangers came together, so you brought this community. It will never again be the bond we held that week. Never again. And it was because your child sat on ETC3 and projected his life, and it was a great life.
Well, I think that's why it happened, because the unity of this community is here. And I think it always will be. It's something we need to cherish and promote. And hopefully the book is going to just be a great celebration. Like Noah's life was a celebration of how wonderful things are. Was he not precious?
He just glowed. I mean, he glowed. Now, he is both of you together. What traits did he have from each of you? Okay, Dad, you're on the spot.
He got a love for people from me, but he also got my warrior aspect. And he got just his joy of life and love of people from his mother, too. So it was a nice blend.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was an amazing young man, and I don't think there'll ever be a day that anybody in Gilmer County will forget that day. You know, and I didn't come to the funeral because I knew y'all were packed out. I came and sat across the street and sat and listened to patriotic music as Noah's funeral was happening. And I sat there and sobbed uncontrollably, and I said, this is stupid. They are celebrating his life. Then that night I went home and watched the replay, and I was better because you did celebrate his life, you know, and it just, it was amazing.
This book is going to be another celebration too, because as we've pieced together the fragments and the stories, and I find that as we put it together, I see my son in a whole new light. I see the completeness of him, because so much of his time was spent at school or away from home, and you know, away from my experience. So this has given me a new insight on the kind of life he lived, and I'm just even more proud of him.
I know you don't know this, but one day I was sitting in a restaurant in Jasper, Georgia. I was sitting in the Peking Garden having dinner on a Sunday night, and a young man from Gilmer County got up from his table, walked over and hugged me and said, I'm from Gilmer County. I was one of Noah's best friends. Thank you for the ribbons you put up in memory of my friend. That was Mickey Starks. And it was, and today we are good friends. And I said, it was so funny. I was having dinner with some friends. He was having dinner with his wife. And he just got up from his table, walked over, and he said, I have to give you a hug. I can't tell you how many hugs I got because your son stepped into my life. And he stepped into my life.
He would love that, because you know his 13 hugs thing.
You
He
just don't
believed
know.
that everybody
You don't
should
know
have
how many
those.
hugs I got because of Noah. And I said, there have been so many days when I found out you were going to be here. I called a friend and I said, you are the strongest person I know. You have to help me get through this. And he said, just listen to them and learn from their strength. Learn from their strength. And you too have to be the strongest. And you are what Gilmer County is so proud. There are a lot of you out there that people don't know who have the strength. They've never been called on to have that strength come forth, but you have. And you did it absolutely the best. The best.
Well, in many ways, I feel like we got the strength from the community, from the prayers. I mean, Rick tells people, you say it, honey.
Oh, I was kidding with some of the ladies that were praying for us at the time, and they happened to call me one. I said, now listen, y'all might have to slow the praying down because I hadn't been able to sleep. You know, I've just been energized, staying up.
Yeah.
And I said, slow it down a little bit. I need some sleep. So it was good. They were praying hard.
Now, what is the name of the book?
Simply American.
Simply American.
That's the title, and the subtitle is A Gentle Warrior and His People, because it's really so much
And it's going to be all the
about
people's
people.
stories that tell the story of Noah. It's threaded together by our own story, but most of the stories and comments come from all of Noah's people, all the people that he touched their lives.
And he wrote a lot of it too.
Yeah. And there are 10 chapters. Each chapter begins with simply. It starts simply a hero, simply born, simply raised, and it goes through his life that way.
How awesome is that? How awesome. Now, how close are you to being finished?
We
Close.
have a rough draft. I mean,
We have a rough
the
draft.
first copy. What would it take to get the first copy?
I don't know.
I think the president might get the
I
first copy.
bet so. I bet so.
We're close to. I'm going to publish it myself, and I've published other books, so that's right up our alley. But we have a rough draft. I've pretty much finished the cover yesterday. We have to go through further editing.
Tell me about the cover. Tell me about the cover. What can we look forward to?
It's a simple cover. It's
You know what my recipes are? Simple. My whole life, and I tell people keep it simple,
Yes.
and enjoy it, because when you get complicated, you quit enjoying life. Don't you think that? You know,
That's
it's
been our
and I
theme
think
throughout
this
the book.
area, that's what's so cool about this. This is a great place to chill. It's hang out, just a simple life. Take a blanket and go down by the creek. Just have a simple day.
Well,
that comes through in the book.
I think it's very
Because
important.
that's what we did. We pioneered our home, and I built it myself, and Noah helped along the way, and it's just one of those kind of stories that very simple.
And all of the proceeds from the publishing are going to go to the Noah Harris
gonna-
Memorial Fund, which is
Yeah, I'm going
your-
to print, initially I'm going to print a couple thousand copies, and then what we'll
A couple
do,
of thousand.
just to begin,
Start.
a couple of thousand for Ellijay. Okay,
Yeah.
and then with
that's where it has to go.
100% of the
Right.
proceeds going to the Noah Harris Fund, and we'll distribute those books through a couple of book signings. I know we'll be doing one for sure at Ronnie Thompson Ford, perhaps one at the high school, and we'll see what else happens. And then we will do a follow-up book signing for UGA. So we're publishing, I'm gonna publish the initial books strictly for charity. For the Noah Fund, we need to get that fund built up. It's way down there. We have scholarships we'd like to continue, and then we have the Noah Harris Memorial Fund at UGA. And so when we go over there for the book signing, the donations will go from there. Where it goes after that, I'm not sure. We'll see if a publisher picks us up, or either I'll just run it myself.
Okay, let's tell people, because the Noah Harris Fund stays here in our area. Let's tell people, don't sit at home and forget about this. Send us $5, send us $10, send us $20. What address would they send donations to the Noah Harris
To the
Fund?
Gilmer County Bank.
Gilmer
Yeah.
County Bank, okay.
Yeah, it's just Noah Harris Fund,
That's
Gilmer
right.
County Bank.
That's right. Everybody can send $5. If 18,000 of our viewers sent $5, what do you think we'd get? Do the math, Mom. Do the math, Mom.
Lots of dineros, lots of dineros.
Wow.
We'll be real happy. We'll
Yeah.
be real happy with that.
Yeah.
Well, we've given a lot of scholarships, but we want to do more.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because every year, maybe Gilmer County will have one more kid who really excels and
right.
really deserves the Noah Harris.
Well, we want to build that Noah's philosophy, I do what I can. And everybody does that already. But when you read this story, I think maybe you'll wake up in the morning and go, okay, I'm going to do one more thing.
Wait.
Yeah,
I
it is
can't wait.
an
I know it's going to be
inspirational story.
awesome.
That's why we wrote it.
There's no way this day would have been complete without you. And I believe that God has a plan. And when I got the email Monday, I'm sitting there and it was so funny because I said, we got to have somebody really special from Gilmer County. Well, duh, to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't have brought you on because I cried too much. And every time I would think about Noah, I would cry. And then I would think, stupid, why are you crying? Celebrate. And
Right.
so I've learned so much from you. Thank you so
Thank
so
you for
much.
having us.
And thank you to Noah Harris and the boys like him and the girls like him who have done what they know was true and right in their heart. And I know that it started at home, and it started at home in Gilmer County. So thank you both for being here. We're going to take
Thank
a
you,
break.
Sherry.
We're going to take a break, and we're going to go to the community calendar. And when we come back, we're going to be talking more music. We have the Barker Brothers from Epworth, Georgia. So hang around, guys. We're going to have more music in just a second. Welcome back to North Georgia Now today. Ooh, I am grinning so big. Do you see what I have? A cucumber sandwich from R&A Orchards. Now listen, you folks from the north, if you just got here, I know you got here as fast as you could, but you didn't get here fast enough to get the first cucumber sandwich. I'm going to have it. My love blue plate mayonnaise and love cucumber sandwiches. We're going to hand these out to the crowd while they enjoy the Barker Brothers. So hey, listen, sit back and enjoy this wonderful cucumber sandwich and the Barker Brothers.
There's a path back in the mountain, that blue house where I was born. And even now, the memories linger. My mama's smile so soft and warm. Lonesome pine, I keep calling me back to my home. Red fox in hand. It's been so long since I left that cabin in search of wealth, fortune, and fame. Late at night, when I'm alone and lonely, I still hear my daddy call my name. Lonesome pine, I can hear you calling me back to my home, where the fox in town. Someday soon I'm gonna travel back to the land behind the best. In the stillness of the mountains, I will find sweet peace and rest. Lonesome pine, I hear you calling me back to my home, where the fox and hound through the hills all roaming. Lonesome pine calling me home.
One more. Thank you. Georgia Peaches. Yay.
Way down south around Macon, Georgia, where the sweetest peaches grow. I wouldn't dare to take my chances any some hard years ago. I'll not forget the first time I saw her, a vivid picture in my dream. A southern belle, soft like cotton, clinging to her like a breeze. Nothing sweet as Georgia peaches, really thinking for yourself. Way too long, and they're out of season. They'll be gone to someone else. come from? Are you only passing through? I'd like to know what brings you down here. I made her smile when I say to you. Stolen moments too quick to fade it. As she pulled away her hand, she said, I'm sorry, it's been taken. Promise to another man. Nothing sweet as Georgia peaches. When you pick for yourself, wait too long and they're out of season. They'll be gone to someone else. Sometimes the dreams that make it highway, winding through the lonesome time. It takes me back to that old memory, that Georgia girl I left behind. Nothing sweet as Georgia peaches. When you pick for yourself, wait too long and they're out of season. They'll be gone to someone else. Yeah, they'll be gone to someone else.
It doesn't get any better than this. It doesn't get any better than this. The building is full. The peaches are ripe. It smells awesome. And was that cucumber sandwich to die for?
Yes,
And
and we want some more.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know where that tray ended up. I think I see folks wiping their mouths. Somebody must have eaten it. We've got to stop and take a break to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Today's community calendar was brought to you by the Blue Star Supermarket in Jasper, where you can buy Blue Plate mayonnaise on sale today.
Yes.
For $1.89. And also, I have to say so many thank yous, so many thank yous. Gilmer County Bank, United Community Bank, Absolute Tire Company, Price Cutters Auto Service, Trevor's General Store, Natural Wellness Center, Corks and Crumbs for the great sausage biscuits, Cornerstone Cafe, Dairy Queen, where we will be giving away a Sherry Martin Blizzard.
Yay!
River Street Grill. And what does Sherry Martin eat at River Street Grill?
I don't know.
Chicken Parmesan. Honey, you've watched me eat
That's
it 50
right.
times.
I was too busy eating my stuff.
And Pizza King, we have to say, if you walk in Pizza King and you order the Sherry Martin special, honey, it's a thin veggie crust and it is so good. And don't touch my pizza. Now, and the best Wolf Creek Canyon barbecue. Did y'all get a bite of that?
Why no?
Me neither. What is wrong with this story?
This is not fair now. Bill is back there eating everything and walking by going.
And Hometown Florist, the beautiful apple wreath behind us. If you need flowers in Gilmer County, go to the Hometown Florist. And Nobby Nee Dolls, she's gonna go home with somebody on a trivia question. So you and I love Nobby Nee Dolls.
Yes.
We love going in that shop. Good people. We've got a gift certificate from Sharp Mountain Grill. We have a beautiful window from Trevor's. Wilson made that up for us. So many people have come together to make this possible. We wanted to give you some cool things to remind you of Gilmer County. I think we have filled the bill. Now, it's going to be going to the news in just a few minutes, and then, you know what? Today we can't go over, guys, so we got to really watch it close, watch it tight. At 10:30, we'll be going off the air, but then Dave will come on at 11 o'clock with the Prep Browley Live. So today is going to be a great day. We'll play trivia after we go off the air because we have so many things to give away. We just are amazed at the turnout. It was rainy. It was foggy. I was a little bit nervous. Throw me that cob. I know what that is. I know what that is. Sherry, honey, darling, what is that? You're a looker, not a cooker. What is that?
It's a corn on the cob.
It is, Charlene, what is that, darling?
It's corn.
It's a corn.
It's corn.
And it is fresh from RNA Orchards, and I'm going to show you something. Oh, my Lord. It can't get any better than this. You talk about fresh and you talk about good. Come on out to RNA Orchards, and, you know, where's that peach cobbler?
Gone.
Oh, no. So far, I have had 1/2 of a cucumber sandwich. So, don't touch my pizza. Don't touch my pizza. This corn is grown locally. So many things here. Cucumbers, green beans, tomatoes, cantaloupe. I've heard that the cantaloupe is absolutely phenomenal. This corn is beautiful. You know what? Our buddy, good-looking legs, Jerry Ballou, ooh, could he cook this corn? He could cook this up on a grill. He's got a recipe for everything. So this is awesome. That is so beautiful. You know, somebody ought to take a really award-winning picture of this one. That is beautiful. We are in RNA Orchards, and we are celebrating Gilmer County. Gilmer County is, 70 miles from Atlanta? And if you leave Gwinnett County and you drive the speed limit, you can be here in, an hour and 20 minutes? An hour and 20 minutes.
Did you drive the speed limit?
No. Honey, I taught my baby Sherry to drive like the baby mama Sherry, so no. But guys, it is a wonderful drive. Come up 515, get off at the Hardee's in Ellijay, and come across the bridge, hang a right, and we're 4.5 miles out here. You can get here in a short time, and you don't want to leave when you come in. A couple of rocking chairs sitting here. Have we been rocking today? No, we haven't gotten to rock.
We came up here yesterday, and let me tell you what they've got. Their fried pies are not your normal fried pies. They're huge, and they are delicious. And they've got
full of fruit.
Yes, and they've got strawberry fried pies.
Wow.
That was delicious.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I don't know who, nobody's won that chocolate cake yet. I was going to say, that chocolate cake we may follow around a little bit. Whoever wins that, that kind of reminds me of Death by Chocolate. That looks really chocolatey. So we've got a lot of great desserts.
We came up yesterday and got peaches, and they're so sweet and juicy. They're great. They're great.
Well, on Sunday, I came by to talk to them and kind of do a preview for the show. I had an apple, I had a peach, and I had some muscadine cider, and it was awesome. And it smelled like the muscadine coming off the vines. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Oh, my goodness. Come here. Bring me. I see some ice cream coming on with maybe a pie. Here's my buddy Wilson from Travers. Yay, baby boy, thank you. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Excuse me,
he heard me.
What's the problem here?
This is not fair.
Oh, this is fair. Who's boss hog?
Well, I guess while she's eating, me and you can just talk, can't we?
Oh, my Lord. Y'all take a bite. It is phenomenal. And I don't have cooties.
I was going to say, do we have anything?
We're so glad.
No. This is what living in North Georgia is about. Friends and family and food. And if we ain't eating,
we ain't meeting.
We ain't eating. So today we have had so much to eat. And
around here, if we're not eating, we're not doing nothing.
That's right. You know, you're kind of making us look sorry, but we can't help it. And Sherry's been up here twice this week. Thank you for coming to play the keyboard for us.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. And how much of your stuff did you bring today in the Suburban?
Full.
I know she's moving a little bit at a time and hasn't told her husband yet. I think we're going to move to the mountains,
I know
honey.
a truck. Is there a truck in the house?
Yeah. Well, you were with us in McKaysville. You didn't get to come to Jasper. No, but it was, you know, these live shows are so much fun because we get to see your faces. Every day you see our faces. And today we get to see you, and we need to say thank you to y'all who came out. You came from McKaysville, you came from Epworth, you came from Mineral Bluff, you came from Jasper, you came from Tate, and you came from Ball Ground. So thank you so much.
I think the crowds get bigger every time.
I love it, I love it, I love it. Give yourselves a hand because y'all, you are what this program is based on. We come into your house every day, and we try to do things that matter to you because they matter to me. And you and I have talked about this. You know, we love gospel music, and sometimes we have sad days. But when you get North Georgia Now Today, you get the real deal. You get what kind of day I'm having, you get what kind of hair day I'm having. The humidity is bad today. You just get the real deal.
What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get.
Yep.
And I think that's what makes this program work. We are just plain old girls, you know.
And talking about seeing, you see how I am dressed. I was told to dress this way.
Casual and comfortable.
You see how she is dressed.
I've got my casual clothes in the car. I thought we might hang around and pick peaches after a while. What you think?
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. I think the camera guys would like to see pictures of us picking
I got my
peaches.
basket right here.
Yeah. I don't think Andy would pay us to pick peaches, girls. Well, we've got so many more giveaways. We've got things going on. We are going to celebrate Gilmer County all day today. This is a wonderful place to live, and I can look around the room and I can tell you there are people here from everywhere. There are people from Ohio. There are people here from Florida. There are people here from South Carolina. Thomas, where are you from? Ellijay, Georgia. Where did you live before? Florida? Daytona Beach, Florida. You got wise in your old age and you came to the mountains. You know, so many of you were lucky enough to grow up here and live here forever. Well, you made a mistake like I did. I was born in Atlanta. I went to Florida, and the good Lord gave me the sense to come back. So, but it is a place that you can just chill. You can just chill and you can just have a good time and have a good time. So many great churches in the area. So many wonderful people, and a lot of transplants. And the transplants blend with the old folks, and it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful.
I'm so excited about moving here.
The bodyguard is a transplant. The bodyguard's a transplant. He's been planted several times. Yeah.
Reckon your husband will be as excited as you are.
He'll come visit.
Well, Sherry came to visit the first time, and she said, I just want to live here. I just want to live here. And I said, okay, go home and tell Lee. She went home and told Lee, and he said, if you can find me a job there. And she said, you can commute. It's only 2 hours, honey. So, but it is a place that makes you want to hang out. It makes you want to stay. It makes you want to visit with folks. On Sunday when I was here, I saw people who just stopped by here just to say hello, you know. And that's nice. That says a lot for this business. This is 4th generation family business. And that's very important. That's very important because they are lucky enough to let their heritage stay close to home.
I love
Now
that.
we're going to go to the news right now, and I don't know if Miss Bree is here, Miss Hannah's here, Chad is here. We're going to talk about something in Fannin County that is very close to Chad's heart. So hang around, guys. Here we go to the news. Okay, you can play lightly while he...
I hope everyone is having a lot of fun out here at R&A Orchards. Now, if you're not here this morning, there's still time to get out here. 30 minutes left in the show. Also, I know that Dave Garner and Chad Luther will be joining us shortly to do the live sports program. Now, joining me right now is reporter Ag Pro to tell us about an important and good organization in Gilmer County. Thanks so much for being with us today,
All right.
Chad.
Thank you, Hannah. We've been having a blast out here. I've really enjoyed myself going around and talking to everybody and meeting everybody. We have a great set of folks here in Gilmer County. And, of course, I've met some ladies with the First Foundation right here in Gilmer County. And I participate in the First Foundation in Fannin County, so I enjoyed talking with them. Tell everybody your name and what y'all do with the First Foundation.
Hi, I'm Sylvia Johnson. I'm in charge of publicity at Kids First in Gilmer County.
I'm Louise Sweat, and with Kids First, I'm on the CAT board, which is the Community Action Team.
All righty. Of course, the First Foundation provides books for children to read and promote literacy. And y'all, of course, it takes money, and y'all, of course, have a wonderful fundraiser coming up. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your fundraiser?
August 16th from 7 to 10 p.m. a big band concert featuring music from the 40s and 50s. That's with kind of a USO type party. That's the reason we have our Uncle Sam Wants You theme and our Uncle Sam top hat on. We're featuring the music of Bob Martin and his New Horizons band, which is made up of people over 50 who are now playing music again. We have a lot of really good prizes, and Louise will probably like to tell you about those.
And, of course, Bob Martin, you've seen him right here on ETC3 before playing holiday specials and things like that. And, of course, you said you have an auction and some selling some items and different things going on. What else is going on?
We're having silent auction with a lot of good items that can go. and we have 3 things we're raffling off, and she'll tell you about that. But I want to tell everybody Bob Martin taught at Gilmer High School for a while, so some of you will remember him as your teacher, and we'll want to come out and see him.
Alrighty, and what are y'all auctioning off, raffling off?
Well, we have raffle tickets for 2 SEC championship games, and I'm sure everybody thinks the Georgia Bulldogs are going to be there, so it's a good opportunity to have a ticket for that, plus an overnight hotel in case you can't get home that night. And also, we have a weekend in Bryson City, North Carolina, with rafting, lunch, and $100 in cash. We have some Falcons tickets, for Falcon Panthers tickets, and also Falcon Rams tickets. So really good prices, and we also, of course, have our event tickets to sell. And the main place you can get event tickets on a daily basis would be at the Chamber of Commerce. And then all the people that are members of our board will have them available too. We're real proud to have a lot of educators involved in our program, such as Louis Sweat and Jody Holmes, who was Teacher of the Year recently, and also former superintendent of school, Ben Arp, is also on our board.
All right, so a lot of people in Gilmer County are already supporting this organization, First Foundation for Children Literacy. And of course, this is happening at the American Legion, right? Do you have that date again?
August 16th.
Alrighty. And what time are we coming out?
It's from 7 to 10 p.m.
Alrighty, and all the money, let's talk about the cost, I guess, and then all the money going to the First Foundation. So tell me a little bit about what that money is going to go to.
We provide a book a month for a child from birth until they're 5 years old. So that over the period of if they are enrolled when they're born, they get 60 books. And then we send a newsletter with it for the parents, helping them to read their children, how they should do it. And so they have this collection of books that comes to their home, and they're so excited about it. And it helps the children be prepared for school. The people that support this program the most seems to be the educators. We've got a lot of educators with us that help us promote the program, plus the primary schools teachers are excited. We have a lot of people that are helping us, but we really need the money to promote this. And it costs $36 a year, which is just amazing that we can do this so inexpensively. But we need the money to do it, and we need the help of the community to be able to do it.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. And again, that is Saturday, August 16th, 7 to 10 p.m. at the American Legion. And they just redid the American Legion, you were telling me, so it should be a nice venue. So anything else you'd like to say?
We'd just like to thank you for the time you've given us. We appreciate that.
Our pleasure, our pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, Hannah, it sounds like it's going to be a great evening of fun. Bob Martin, of course, I've seen him play up at the station, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a great band. He's been in the station several times, so but the thing is that we're helping kids, so I think that that's a wonderful organization that helps kids learn how to read, which is wonderful in itself.
And again, that is the Gilmer First Foundation, and there is a First Foundation in Fannin as well, so if you feel inclined to support the Fannin as well. But this will be a good opportunity for Gilmer County folks to back their organization, their program. I think they were telling me, 600 or 800 kids, somewhere in that ballpark. So it does a lot. So.
Yeah, so just a little bit of money makes a huge impact. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you,
Tell us
Hannah.
about that. Well, today on our Neighbor Spotlight, I visited with someone that you probably already know, Dave Garner. He visited us recently and told us about the mission trip that he was going on to Africa. Well, this time he's bringing back stories from Africa on the Neighbor Spotlight. ETC3's own Dave Garner recently took a trip halfway around the world to help make a difference in someone's life. Dave, along with his pastor and others, went to Africa to hand out a life-saving device. Dave tells North Georgia Now Today more about the trip.
I think initially I was approached by our pastor about going, and I think a lot of it was simply because my connection with the television station, the fact that I had a TV camera and I was able to go and document the trip, which I think was the primary initiative behind me going on this trip, was to be able to capture images through video that I could bring back and share with locals in our area and other Americans to be able to raise money for more mosquito nets, which was our primary purpose for being in Ghana, was to distribute mosquito nets to prevent malaria.
Many people have heard of the AIDS epidemic that is plaguing Africa. However, Dave explained that many people are affected by a pesky mosquito that carries a deadly disease.
My pastor, Jimmy Lewis, First Baptist Church of Jasper, is actually the president for an organization called His Nets. And the His represents his, of course, nets. And basically through the gospel and the ministry through Jesus Christ, we're able to not only witness to people in Africa and particularly in Ghana in this instance, but also provide them with mosquito nets. And the whole idea is that the malaria, a lot of people don't realize, actually claims twice as many lives as AIDS does. And there's a lot, of course, that goes into preventing AIDS and so forth and education. But a lot of people don't realize that malaria is actually a lot more deadly. But the real kicker is it's totally preventable and it's treatable. And so basically the way it works is you have a female mosquito that carries the malaria that primarily comes out in the evenings. So the idea behind the bed net is that you're able to protect a family during the evening when they're most susceptible to getting malaria. The bed net is hung from the rafters or from the ceiling. It's tucked under their bed mats that they sleep on. It sleeps 4 people, up to 4 people, 3 comfortably. And basically when that mosquito comes out and makes contact with that treated net, it dies because the nets are treated in chemicals and so forth, much like we use bug spray or DEET. And $6 a net. They save an average of 2 lives each. It is something that, you know, as we mentioned, is preventable, it's treatable, it's something that you can physically put into the hands of somebody, so you really feel like you're accomplishing something, you know, in doing this. And
on Dave's trip to Africa, he found it to be a positive one. However, watching newscasts from the area has to make one think that Africa is a dangerous calling for a mission trip.
There are a lot of countries in Africa that are a little hesitant about letting Americans or anybody inside the country to do anything. But Ghana, I don't think, is certainly not one of those countries. I think Ghana is very accepting, or at least they were to us, of what we were doing. Now, we teamed with the Ghana Baptist Convention in delivering these nets. So basically, we were working with a lot of Baptist churches in Ghana. We actually went to a church service on Sunday over there, and even though it's a Baptist church, their methods are a little bit different than ours as far as worshiping and so forth. But the common theme, though, is God and their belief in Jesus, and we do have a lot more in common than you would think we might. And they were very accepting. We didn't really run into a lot of resistance. In fact, we had, you know, obviously we had 2,500 nets that we distributed over the course of 8 days. And we distributed them a lot through the churches, and then you'd have other people, though, from the community come walking up wanting nets, and if we had extras, we might do that, but a lot of times we didn't, so we kind of had to make a quick exit sometimes because, you know, it would get to be some pushing and shoving and things like that. But I think for the most part, people were very accepting, very gracious of the gifts that we brought. And in addition to the mosquito nets, we also carried toys over for a lot of the village children. We brought everything from Matchbox cars to little foam boomerangs to Beanie Babies. A lot of those items were donated by folks in our church and people in the community. And, you know, those toys went a long way. They were very appreciative of everything we did.
Along with giving away several items, Dave and his mission team were able to take away several things from the experience in Africa. And one thing Dave plans on sharing with you, the viewing audience.
Well, over the course of the week plus that I was there, I was able to capture a lot of great video images of the things that we experienced and the things that our entire team saw. There were 3 people from our church, Dr. Lewis, of course, who's the president of His Nets, Dennis Woodard, and myself, and then when we got to Ghana, we met up with 6 other folks from Oklahoma that were also part of the His Nets team. So there were 9 of us total. We traveled with 3 locals, so there were 12 of us. And over the course of that week plus, we saw a lot of, just a lot of images, I think, that truly tell the story of why we were there. And so my hope is that through a produced documentary, I'll be able to convey that message and share with other people what we shared and what we were able to witness while we were there. You know, it's going to take a little while to put together. I've got hours and hours of video. I was traveling with a lot of folks that are photographers, 3 or 4 cameras always flashing, so we've got a lot of pictures as well, and I'm hoping to maybe incorporate some of those pictures and images into the documentary as well. We're going to have a lot to share, and I think that's the hope with this documentary, is not only will it be something that we can air on ETC3, but maybe something that His Nets can use as a tool, a training tool, and something that other local that we can share with other local area churches to try to continue to raise money for more nets and help more people.
The mission team was a small one from Jasper. However, Dave says that everyone can have a positive impact on someone else's life.
I think what we accomplished over the course of the week had a great, made a great difference in the lives of the people that we visited. You know, as far as stepping out of my comfort zone, I really didn't get nervous about the trip until people started asking me, "Are you nervous?" But really I wasn't. And I think that a lot of that was because I truly felt like the Lord led me to that place. So I had this comfort about me. I felt like, the Lord's not going to lead me into a situation where He's going to put me in harm's way, or at least in a situation that I can't get out of. So I had comfort in the trip. I really did. There was just a sense of peace the whole time I was there. I never really felt like, wow, I'm miles away and had that insecurity there. A lot of people wonder, why go to Africa when there's so many needs right here at home and in our backyard? A couple reasons, I think. One, as Christians, I think we're called to act and think globally in our missions. I think we're meant to go a little bit further beyond our own flock in helping people. Two, we have a lot of organizations here in America that help out needy people, and we need to continue to support those kind of groups. But over in parts of Africa, particularly where we were at, there's not a lot of organizations that help these people. They're really helpless in their resources, and other folks say, well, why don't they get a job? Well, these people work harder than we do just to survive. They're out in the fields. They have a lot of the vegetation that we do, the corn and things like that, and they're out there doing things like that every day to survive, and that's pretty much their work. It's just a little bit different. It's hard to explain to people unless you've been in that situation, but I would encourage anyone that's ever thought about trying to do something like that, do it, because it'll certainly make a difference in your life.
We know that's really unusual to see Dave Garner dancing. I don't know if you noticed that in the tape there, but he did have a lot of fun, but also brought some good memories and experiences back to share with our viewers here. Now, I'm joined right now with Roger Futch, and a lot of people come into this RNA Orchards and they see the beautiful store and they think, hey, this is a fun place to be, but they don't think about all the hard work that has to go on in the farm, and you brought somebody on that's been here for a while.
That's right, Sherry. I want to thank all the viewers for joining us at the farm today. And RNA Orchard takes a lot of work to go behind, and I've got Salvador Morello. Salvador's worked for us since 1985, and Salvador's responsible for all the field work that goes on and bringing all the produce and the stuff. He just brought a load of corn in a while ago, so we're just proud to have Salvador with us, and he's an integral part of our thing. So you got anything you want to say, Salvador?
Yeah. I think working real good in this place, and you're a good man, and that's it.
Yeah, well, like I said, he without Salvador, you wouldn't be able to see all that's in here because of all the hard work he does and his crew out in the field. I appreciate you letting us do that.
Certainly, it's one of those things where when we talk about coming into the place, there's a lot of beautiful things here, but there is a lot of hard work. This is a working farm, so it's not something that just happens. It does take a lot of hard work. We appreciate you stopping by and telling us about it.
Farming looks pretty in here, but sometimes it's not really pretty out when it's 100 degrees out and the sun's abandoning down and you're trying to pick peaches.
Right. It smells really good in here. Does it always smell really good on the farm?
Not always.
That's what I thought.
Not always.
Well, one thing that does smell really good here is the pies that you guys have. And I met some of the beautiful ladies that you have working for you here, but she's got me, can I get some pies? But they're not for me. I'm going to give them to the camera people. But you know what? I'm Hannah Baker. I'll see you on next week's show at the top of every hour. Until then, have a great weekend, and I hope you get out and vote.
You ought to be doing this over here.
Y'all, we have been playing trivia while Miss Hannah was doing her job. We have been playing trivia, and I have some trivia winners with me. They're getting some great stuff to take home. But I've been joined by Kevin, the Fat Man on Chef and the Fat Man, and I want to show you something. If your name is not in a drawing, this is a print that I bought to give my father-in-law. It's a Jack Deloney print. My father-in-law was killed in an automobile accident and didn't get the print, so it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me to be able to share it with you. Please make sure your name is in the drawing because we're going to give away the Brenda and Ronnie donated a wonderful print. We're going to give it away first. And the second person's name we draw will win this Jack Deloney print The value of it today is $750. So please make sure that your name is in there. It was priced at $395 at our shop. I got online last night and looked at Jack's work. It has gone up a bunch. So make sure your name and address or your name and phone number is in the drawing. We will draw as we go off the air today. Today we are going to have to close at 10:30. Right now we're going to take another short break and go over to Andy at RNA Orchards, who is going to talk to us about a gentleman who has worked here for 27 years. For 27 years he has been part of this family, and he is what makes this work. Loyal employees who come to work every day, and after 27 years I think he's more like family than an employee. So are we ready for Andy now? Adam, are you ready? They just did it already. Okay, all right. So is that what Roger was doing? I couldn't hear Roger, so there you go. Well, ladies, tell me where y'all have come from. I know Annie's Restaurant, and we have to say your daddy is the person. It is Annie's father-in-law, not Annie's daddy. Her father-in-law who grew the vegetables that they brought us today. And where are you from? Ellijay. Ellijay.
Cherry Log.
Cherry Log. Jasper, Georgia? Ellijay. Well, I can't say thank you enough. You know, you got up this morning, most of you brushed your hair and put on your makeup, and a few of you even brushed your teeth. So I thank you so much. You showed up looking great. You brought your smiles. You brought your talent. You are the reason I show up at the studio every morning on time. Yay, I've never been late. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. We have had some great food here today. We have had some great fellowship here today. How many of you liked the cucumber sandwiches? Yay! Yay! And how many of you live till summer tomatoes come in for a tomato sandwich? Me! Love tomato sandwiches. There's nothing any better. There's nothing any better than being able to say you are from Gilmer County. You are the reason Gilmer County is growing. It is thriving. It is still a warm and welcoming place. So for you folks watching us on streaming video, we still have a little real estate available here. And if you're looking for a really nice cabin, call me, because we can bring you home to Gilmer County. Today we are coming home to Gilmer County. We are coming home. Now, Kevin, you live in Woodstock. There's no excuse for that. There is no excuse for not living in Gilmer County.
You're absolutely right. If I had my choice, I'd live in Gilmer County.
That's
but
right.
Unfortunately, between me and the feds, I live in Woodstock.
You gotta-
Witness protection.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, you travel tons. Next week you'll be going to New Orleans.
Right, we're heading to New Orleans for Tales of the Cocktail 2008. 5 days of the greatest mixologists and chefs. We're going to be working with John Besh, and we're going to be working with Kevin Brow, the Thirsty Traveler. So we'll be having a lot of top towns. Tori McPhail, the executive chef from Commander's Palace. So we're going to be having a lot of food, a lot of fun, but it ain't Gilmer County, baby.
It's not, honey, and they do not know what Kiss My Grits means.
No.
And in the
Down there it
South,
means a whole nother thing
it
in
does.
New Orleans.
We know that when you come to the South, you are welcome, and there's nothing like it, and you can't describe it, you can't explain it. And it's like when somebody passes away, you know this because you're next door to Cagle Funeral Home. We all show up with food, we all gather together, and we all make it happen for each other. Right. Where it's in a time of sadness, a time of happiness. I will never get over the fact that we had Rick and Lucy Harris here. Mm-hmm. That was the most awesome thing of the day, because we were able to share in their glory of their child, because he was the best Gilmer County has to offer. And together, Gilmer County said goodbye to him, but the world said goodbye to Noah Harris. And soon we will get to enjoy the book. I can't wait. I think it's going to be so wonderful. And I have to say, we're joined by a precious little lady, the queen of the tea parties in Gilmer County. Miss Farrell she is a lady who makes you want to be a steel magnolia. Thank you for being here today. And this sweet lady makes the most awesome coconut cake. Kevin, do you remember when she showed up?
Absolutely. In fact, we were going to talk afterwards.
She came to the Hullabaloo. She walked up to the Habitat for Humanity Hullabaloo, and she handed us this wonderful homemade coconut cake. And then we said, well, we'll share it with people. And then we had a second thought. We did not share it with anybody.
Not a piece, not a grain of coconut did we share.
We took it to lunch with us, and we shared it with our family. But, you know, friends, family, fellowship, Gilmer County. That is Gilmer County at its best. And RNA Orchards is a part of that. This is the 4th generation. your child hopefully will work in your family business. She won't have to leave home to work. Our children work in our family business. It's a great idea because if they enjoy it and they love it, then welcome into the family business and keep it, you know, you're an only child.
Yes.
And we talked about that yesterday. A lot of people aren't fortunate enough to have siblings. A lot of people are lucky and don't have siblings, so take it any way you get it. We have to say good morning to Miss Hazel Mosley, who is sitting at home watching us. A true success story. She is battling pancreatic cancer. She says, God has a plan for me, and I see a miracle in the work. She is doing very, very well. She is another one of those ladies who makes you proud to be a Southern Belle and proud to be a Steel Magnolia, Miss Farrell. Thank you so much for being here.
Can I say, I want to tell everybody too, Daryl and Wanda Morris, continue your prayers for them. He's going to be leaving for Texas.
MD Anderson.
And they got a little bit more bad news yesterday, but the family's still hopeful. They're up. They want everybody to continue praying, and they believe a miracle will happen.
Right. And prayers are answered. Prayers are answered, and prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. So if you have a prayer request, call and tell us about it, because like last night, my phone rang at about 10:20. Somebody told me about Granny Faye Edwards. I did not know about that. There are so many of you who sit at home every day, and we are your connection to the world, and we thank you for that. We thank you for that. I thank you for trusting us to bring you good gospel music. Sherry's part of that. And I have to say thank you again for driving this far. You know, good friends, good friends. And that is what it's all about. Good friends, good fellowship, good food. We've had some great food here today.
Oh, yes.
Have y'all enjoyed the food? Absolutely, absolutely. And RNA has right now 5 kinds of peaches in stock. They've got peaches, they've got apples coming in, they have all the ciders, they have the jellies that we gave away yesterday. When we go off the air today, don't y'all go anywhere, because we've got a few more things to give away, and we're going to give away this print. Actually, I think right now we're going to draw for the Brenda Evans print. Kevin, can you hold that one up, honey? It's the one behind you. Now we're going to draw. I need a child. Come here, little RNA. Come here, come here. Come here, baby RNA. Come here, we're going to let you draw a name out for us. Okay, hang on. Draw me one name out, okay? Can't be your mama's name. Thank you. Now, whose name is that? Can we read it? Okay. Scott. Is that Scott Barker? Is that Scott Barker? Okay, there you go. Okay. There you go. Now, we have one more. We're going to draw for the Jack Deloney farm print, and I know we are in farming country. This print means a lot to me. It's a signed limited edition. I did buy it for my father-in-law, and he didn't live to get it. I bought it for him for Father's Day, and he had a terrible accident. And but I hope you will enjoy it, and I hope you will treasure it, because it is. I have one hanging in my den, and it is, to me, it is what reflects this county and this area.
Lost one.
Uh-oh, lost one. Now, come here, darling. Come here, hurry. We're going to draw one more name. We're going to let older Sissy draw a name. Now, we've stirred them up. We've shook them up. We've done all we can do. Okay. Don't draw your mamas. Whose name?
Ralph Fryer.
Ralph Fryer.
Ralph Fryer. Ralph Fryer. There you go. Well, you come up here and let us get a shot of you right quick with your print. Would you stand behind Kevin and hold it up, please? That is a treasure that I can't tell you how much you will enjoy that. It is a treasure, and it is valued at just under $800. So there you go. Thank you for being here today. Every single one of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The phone calls, the cards, the letters. There's no way I can tell you what you mean to me. There's no way I can share the blessings you bring me every single day. And thank you for allowing me to come into your home with gospel music, prayer requests, and friends, family, and the best of what Gilmer County has to offer. This is the greatest place in the world. There's no way you could find anything any better. Choose a home in Gilmer County. Make it your second home. Make it your first home. But give Gilmer County a chance. It is a beautiful place, and we are at RNA Orchards on Highway 52 East, 4.5 miles from downtown Ellijay. Ladies, thank you for being here. Don't you go away. Charlene, honey, what happens?
We're out of time.
Time flies does when you're having fun. Bill Sinyard, come here, my smart co-host. Everybody knows Bill is the man who keeps me grounded. We are good friends. He is the smart co-host. He is a very good Christian man with an awesome family. I hope you enjoy tuning in to him. Every time he sits by my side, I feel confidence because I know you're going to bring something good to the table. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. His family is a special part of my life, and I thank all of you. Kaylee came to see us on Monday. One of the trivia questions will be about Kaylee, so I'm not going to tell you anything about that right now. But we are going to play a little bit more trivia as we go off the air. The Barker brothers are going to play for you a little bit more while we're doing the last trivia, and then hang around the prep rally. Did I say that right?
You're thinking about voting is what it is.
I'm thinking about, and exercise your right to vote. Every single one of you, don't care who you vote for, just go vote. If you don't vote, you can't whine, right? Am I a whiner? Not much.
Just sometimes.
Yeah. Listen to that.
Off the air. Off the air.
Hush now. I hope you have enjoyed your day. I have enjoyed it tremendously. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Give yourselves a hand, Gilmer County. You are the best, and I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. From North Georgia Now Today, I'm Sherry Martin.
I'm Bill Sinyard.
I'm Charlene Higgins.
We don't like to say goodbye, so we will say see you later. I have to tell you, Angela is home today with a major problem with the root canal, or she would be here. She was getting dressed and just couldn't handle it. But good day to Angela too. She's at home suffering, but we are enjoying today, have enjoyed the day. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.